Obviously, for OSU, a great way to start. I want to say thank you to our crowd. Incredible the way that this place has grown just to see. I think in the third, I walked out and just said, "Man, this is crazy." I know that I speak for all of us. We're incredibly thankful and appreciative of them and the atmosphere that they've created here. So hats off to those guys. Just a really good softball game. Just I think what you would expect this time of year. 2-0 game. When you have somebody like Kelly that toes the rubber, you feel good going into any game that she's going to throw. And for her to 13 strikeouts, 1 walk against a really good team, really, really good team, well coached, talented, is saying a lot. And I just kind of running out of words to describe what she means to us. Shy does what Shy does. Has a really good day, 2 for 2. The big hit, got on base all 3 times. Busby, 2 hits, 3 really good at bats. Just a well played game, and came out on top. And I know that Clemson's got their back up against the wall. I told our team they're gonna come out and play their best game. I know it, and we're gonna do the same thing, and we're gonna have to beat them. So excited about the opportunity. Turned out to be a great night. Just beautiful outside, and it was great to showcase Stillwater and OSU to the nation, being the only softball game on at that time, and it was really cool. I'm just thankful for what these guys do each day.
Kenny, the first leadoff man you get on in the whole day was in that 5th inning. How important was it to finally get that leadoff double and get her around to score?
Yeah, it's huge. We just, I thought we swung the bats good. We hit some balls hard, and we just couldn't string enough of them. You know what I mean? And so we finally got a leadoff hitter on, and things happen. And just cool to watch. Think it was Tuck, right? Was it? Yeah, I got the big double there. We were, staying with our plan. I thought she handled that pitch well. It was a changeup. She kind of stayed through that ball and got it going there, and I think that obviously got us going as well.
Were you expecting them to throw Millie Thompson tonight, and then Chyenne once she was out there? What made her so tough over those first 4 innings? Really a lot of the night.
I was a little shocked, but not shocked. We talked about it in our office, and the way they wrote the lineup, we could have had a change, So I was like, So when I went to home plate, I was like, okay, cool. Texas did the same thing to us last year. I'm not shocked at anything. They have 2 really good arms. So, when I came to the office here today, I was like, oh, they'll throw Cagle. And then we kind of started talking. I was like, maybe they won't, So, I was a little shocked at first, but honestly, this time of year, you just never know when you have 2 nice arms.
Yeah, I don't know. It just took us a little bit to get going. She's slower. So, she's slower, and then she has the changeup as well that's even slower. So, it's kind of hard, but we had a plan, and we finally, figured it out. So, it was good.
Kelly, you were kind of cycling through balls there early in the game. Was there something different about the balls tonight?
They always came back to me wet, so, even just the slightest bit of wetness, I threw it out just to be safe.
Kelly, was there anything in particular that you felt was working really well tonight? It looked like a lot was working, but what stood out to you?
I think everything was working, just being able to get their hitters off timing, having my off-speed work again tonight, and then my rise, too, was spinning well.
Chyenne, that 5th inning, if I got this right, the girl from Stillwater doubles, girl from Ada walks, girl from Yukon hits a 2-run single, and then a girl from Purcell doubles. It's one thing to win, but how cool is it that all you Oklahomans came through big in that 5th inning?
It's awesome. I think we're a pretty big softball state. Coach your recruits in state, so I think that's awesome. And for all of us to be playing here, it's really cool.
do you say about that, Kenny?
I mean, I think it's what we've talked about from day one here. You know, we have a pretty good example of what a really good softball program has looked like down our road here. And the one thing that we've always said here is we're going to work from the inside out. We're going to recruit the best players in this state. There's something about Oklahoma State that, you know, if you grow up loving this place, it's a different kind of love. And we've got some kids here that from this area, Chelsea, Carlisle was actually an OU fan. I mean, her parents are converted. Shy, I'm not sure how Shy grew up, but she kind of just, yeah, she didn't really care. So that's, you know, it just tells you that. And it's just really neat, you know, to see. But I always want to try to get the best kids here. There's just something about getting home state kids that they just have a little bit of a different love. And that love is powerful. It's passion. It's all of that. And it's cool to see. Really is cool to see.
Kelly, only one walk today, and I think it might have even been on like a 3-2 count. What went into your control out there?
Just attacking the hitters from the start, trying to get ahead, letting my defense work behind me.
Kelly, of course, if you would think, Kenny, you're probably better to answer this actually, but Kelly, talk about what your emotional level is like in big moments like you've had over the last couple of weeks, because it doesn't seem to faze you at all.
No, I think just from a young age, that was just instilled in me. My parents are like that. I was raised just to be humble and keep my emotions to myself. So I just carry that to the game, and I think it helps calm my defense, you know, in those big situations and stuff like that. So to know that I have their back and they have mine.
Have you recognized that for a while?
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I'm the complete opposite, as you all know. I'm kind of an emotional wreck, and then she's over here just steady Eddie, just calm and cool, and it's really cool. We have some people that compete in a lot of different ways here. You know, you've got some that are pumping fists, screaming at everyone, and then you got this kid over here that just sits there, and you don't really know if she's up for or down for or what's going on or how big the moment is. And I think it's very calming to our whole program. It's probably calming to our fans. You know, they want to win as bad as we want to win. I know that. And when you see a kid like this, and, you know, Shy's a lot of the same way. I used to, you know, Shy got tired of me her first year here of going, man, do you care? Like, I can't tell if you care. She's like, I care more than anyone here. And it just took you a while to kind of to get to know these kids, you know, and to really see how they compete and how they work. And both these kids care a lot. They're competitive. They compete in a crazy way. It's their way, and it works. There's no right way. It's whatever your way is, and just do it at your best, and, you know, do it to your best. And Kelly and Shy both do it like that. It's kind of cool. And I think both of them, these are probably the two most common collected kids that we have, and it's really cool to have them both here tonight.
Kenny, you grabbed the lead in the fifth, and you had Kelly rolling. But at what point, if that had stayed scoreless, would you have thought about Morgan and thinking ahead to potential future games?
I don't know. It's kind of a tough question to answer. You know, I mean, Kelly was cruising. The idea here is to win the first game. You know, I mean, it's doesn't guarantee you anything, but it's the idea that both teams are after. You were trying to get that first game, so we were prepared to do anything. But, you know, Kelly's been so, even though she's striking out a lot of kids, she's still very efficient. And, you know, she had threw 106 here tonight. Last time out, I think it was like 95 with 15 Ks. I mean, it's really an efficient job of pitching. I didn't feel like she was deteriorating. So we hadn't even had Morgan up, I don't think. If she was, I never saw her up. So.
Last couple. You can talk about the crowd and whatnot. Everybody knows and agrees you need a new stadium, a bigger stadium. But what can you do to, between now and then, I mean, you want to expand on this.
Yeah.
Expound on this. When you see a game, an environment like tonight, do you think, hey, think of how much more we can do?
You know, I've always been very outspoken about, hey, we know that we need this. Like you said, we have a lot of people that just don't come now because they know it's impossible to get inside. And we built that new deck in right center field. Hopefully we can build another deck, kind of, to the south of that one, underneath the scoreboard and around, and do that kind of stuff. It's just baby steps. I mean, it's hard because you don't want to invest too much, knowing that you're going to be tearing this thing down. But you still got to keep going, until that time. It's kind of the cost of doing business here. But the best thing that can happen is, Chad Weiberg's right there in the front row, and he knows it. I mean, he's feeling it. I can see him enjoying it. I'm seeing new people. I'm seeing a different group of people that are starting to really catch on to this group, and that's what it's going to take for people to jump in and see and want to be a part. It's like Coach Holders has always told me, it just takes one person that has that dream, and seeing what's out there, and we're going to get this thing done. I know that, but I am thankful for sure, because we continue, to do things like Jesse Martin and Reed got that Jumbotron out there. Huge deal. I don't know how many people were out there here tonight, but I know last week there was a bunch. And just try to keep making it good. And watching the tailgating that's going on here and the RVs that are starting to drive in, it's really turning into a cool place. And I know Chad and his group are going to keep trying to, help us help us to add on. We just need to keep going, it's baby steps.
For more information, you can visit TulsaWorld.com.